9:20, first day of August, Sydney in the studio. My hairspray's already fallen out. This is going to be a long day.
But that being said, it's so nice outside.
It is, but the air quality's very bad. I've been complaining about it.
Yeah, I've heard. Yes.
I forgot to take an allergy pill today, and I'm just getting my butt kicked. I don't know.
That's rough.
Like I was really excited about this morning, and then I got outside, and I'm like, I can't breathe.
That's completely fair. You're really sensitive about that stuff.
I am.
Yeah,
I am. I have a lot of problems.
Well, that's not my point. I just mean the air quality really gets you down. That's too bad.
It does. Yeah. It does. It really does get me down.
That's fair though. Like the allergies hit hard.
They do. I'm hoping by this evening I can sit on the deck and just relax.
That'd be nice.
It would be.
It's because the temperature outside is 10 out of 10 if no one's been outside yet.
Great weekend to watch a concert in Alton.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's gonna be beautiful. So
we had a lot of people enter for that contest.
They did. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It sounds like it went really well.
It did. How was your trip to the Johnson Shut-In? I thought you told me you weren't going anywhere.
No, well, and then last minute we made a plan.
Oh, okay, so you lied to me. I just wanted to throw that out there. I'm like, wait a minute. I remember specifically asking you if you were going to any place this weekend.
You got me there. Well, first of all, I wanna shout out my T-shirt, which is
everything is trash.
Yeah, so it's a raccoon, a picture of a raccoon that says everything is trash. My friend Susie saw us talking about my raccoons that I've adopted, and
you got a shirt out of it?
And she got me a shirt, which is very nice. So
I love the shirt.
Susie. Yes, Susie. Big shout out, and I wore this specifically just to recall back to the raccoons that I've adopted.
Recall back.
Yeah, so there we go. But to answer your question, yes,
I love the shirt.
Thank you. I love
Susie's
it too.
a real one for that.
Susie's
that was
pretty cool. Susie works as the Godfrey Animal Control Officer, and she's awesome.
That's awesome.
So, yeah,
that's
she's
really cool.
So shout out Susie. But anyway, I went to Johnson Shut-Ins this past weekend, and have you ever been before?
I have not.
I gotta say, I had never been before either. It was like fascinating. I had no idea what to expect.
Define fascinating, because to me, I say fascinating when I see a very unique experience to be nice, because it's a Friday.
It was a unique experience. So basically, all I knew going into it is that there was water and rocks that you could climb on. And
I do know that.
Okay,
like you can jump off these things.
Yeah. So I was like, that sounds fun. Yeah. I like to climb and swim, so it sounds like a good time. So me and my friends, so the alarm goes off you got to get there early, right? So the alarm goes off at 6:30 in the morning on Saturday.
How long is the drive?
So I drove from my place in Edwardsville to my friends in Creve Coeur, so that was about 40 minutes. Yeah. And then from there, we drove an hour and 50 minutes down to Johnson Shut-In.
Oh, you should have gotten up at 5:30.
It was a rough morning.
You should have gotten up earlier.
Yeah. So the alarm goes off at 6:30.
Not good.
I know, that's on me. We immediately, once we meet up, we go and we get iced coffee right away. That's our first order of business is the coffee. So we get that taken care of, and we're like, okay, this caffeine's gonna see us through, and we drive the 2 hours down to Johnson Shut-Ins, and it's a very pretty drive. You gotta love the hills and the terrain.
It just feels like the same. Like you're just like one of those things that go in the baby crib. That kind of go in a
mobile.
No. Like, do you remember the fish that were in the ocean? And you know what I'm
exactly what you're talking about.
Did you have one too?
Maybe.
Okay. But then it was the same fish. They would just kind of rotate in like that same little. That's kind of what I feel like the drive is. I'm like, I've seen this hill 4,000 times already.
That was poetic in a way.
Thank you.
No, I could see that. No, it was interesting. You see the same hills and the same trees, but it's still kind of pretty, You see,
I mean, it's nature. It's there.
Yeah, it's Missouri, so
it could be worse.
It could be worse.
You could be driving through Kansas.
That's very
or driving
true.
Through Mississippi.
That's very true. So you suffered. So it wasn't Kansas. In conclusion, thank you for not being Kansas, Missouri. So anyway, it was good, and it was a pretty drive. And then we got there, and it was like, oh my gosh, we're at the Shut-Ins. Let's go. So
was there a sign? Like a big one?
It said, oh my gosh, you're at the Shut-Ins. Let's go.
So, you're a camper, aren't you?
So I have never camped outside before.
Wow.
No.
Really?
I've never done it.
I thought you would be a camper.
Well, thank you for thinking that I can rough it, but I'm not really good at roughing it. I'm pretty weak when it comes to that stuff.
I am too. I'm not an asset. I'm not an asset.
Literally, I'm a liability. So
I am too.
I've never tent camped before. I'll be honest with you.
I have. I have tented. I have tented.
You have tented, so you know all the secrets.
I do. I've lived it.
You've lived it. You've suffered.
No, honestly, it's fun. I thought I wouldn't like it. I loved every bit of it.
Oh, good.
Being outside, it was kind of cool.
That's
the only thing is, though, my hairspray gets really gummy whenever I'm outside
impressed
that
you
long.
even put hairspray in at that moment.
You kidding me? You got to.
You just need a headband.
No, I don't have I've tried one.
You really?
For soccer. I don't have the forehead shape for one.
Okay.
Because some people do, but you have to have a pretty large forehead for a headband to work, and I just don't have one.
That's an interesting point. You just complimented yourself, basically.
I did.
Saying I haven't
talked nice about myself in a long time. I figured
you deserved it.
There's a lot of people wearing a headband right now that are getting ready to call in. So
anyway,
what time did you get to the shut-in?
We probably got there around 10:30 or 11. So we got there early, but not as early as we wanted. You know, so we disappointed the group, but we got there, and basically it opens up to a campsite. So there are a bunch of families around and camping and getting ready, and then you go and there's like a visitor center where you can go and change and get your water shoes if you need them or whatever you need there.
I always used to chuckle at people that had those suckers on just because they're funny looking shoes.
They're funny.
Until you realize why you need them. You know what I'm saying?
This or like a float trip,
then you're like, wow, these are actually a really good idea.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I saw people with flip flops on at these shut-ins.
I
can't imagine. Nah. I would have lost that immediately.
It's like taking a hike in heels.
Yeah, you know? what are you doing?
But I used to chuckle with them. I'm like, man, what are those shoes? And then I finally realized why people. I'm like, okay, I'm kind of dumb for picking fun at these shoes.
They are silly looking until you
realize the function of them, and you're like, wow, these are lifesavers.
Yeah, literally, they do a lot. So I guess in conclusion, we
get some water shoes.
Shout out to water shoes.
Get some water shoes. They're cool.
That's what this is what this is going to be about, is water shoes. But we went and finished getting what we needed, and we got we ate half of our sandwiches so we could. It was like 10:30 in the morning, and we're scarfing down these sandwiches, but we're gonna get these going so we can go. What?
Hold on.
Let's hear
it. You
said
10:30. So you ate them in the car.
11, somewhere.
Okay,
around there.
As long as we're
Stop calling me out.
I want to be a detective really bad.
You got me. Every time I come on here, you get me pretty good. But
so did you eat after you got out of the car?
Yes. So we were standing in the parking lot huddled around the trunk, eating sandwiches out of the cooler is what we're doing.
So that being said, what was your first activity at the shut-ins?
So once we got dressed and ready to go, we went down and we walked. It's about a half-mile walk from the parking lot to the shut-ins themselves. So we hiked our way down there in our water shoes.
I would have passed already.
Yeah, that's already
walk.
too much.
Yeah, that's a long. And it was hot.
It was really hot last weekend. Yeah, it's gorgeous now, but last weekend
whose idea was that? Yeah.
This was my friend Leanne. I'm gonna shout out Leanne and say this is a good idea.
At least you guys spent time together. Everyone got to have fun, even though it was brutally miserable.
Yeah. So we get to the shut-ins, and it was brutally miserable. But we get to the shut-ins, and the water there is nice, right? So you can go swimming, and there are rocks around, and there are immediately hundreds of families and kids and stuff milling around. And I was like, oh my gosh, some kid is gonna fall. So that made me very nervous. But we went out and we had a really nice little day of just swimming and climbing on these rocks, and I was fascinated.
That's all you did.
In conclusion, end of segment, that was what we did.
Did you jump off of one of the cliffs?
Yeah. So no worries, CJ. I'll make this interesting. I'll make this worth your while.
No, it is. This has already been fascinating.
Good, fascinating. There you go. Thank you. So basically we climbed over the rock. So we started climbing, and they're very slippery, right? Because they're in the water, and there's algae or whatever that is.
They don't clean them off or anything.
No one takes a toothbrush out there and scrubs them.
Just climb at your own risk.
Yeah, it really is. I do want to say, I know that people go to the shut-ins all the time, it's no big deal, but it's terrifying. I saw pregnant people and little kids running around on these rocks, and I was like, oh my goodness, something bad is gonna happen.
See, I'm too much of a nervous person.
Literally.
Yeah, I'm just too nervous.
I thought I was chill, but I'm not.
Oh, you should have seen me parasail. It was not chill.
Okay, parasailing's really fun, but really nerve-wracking.
It was okay. I mean, I had fun whenever I realized I wasn't dying, but it took me a few minutes to convince myself that this isn't a final destination moment, But I don't know, the thing is, I'm a slow moving person, believe it or not. I try not to walk fast. Yeah. I talk fast because of the show and everything, and I always have all this energy. I'm when I walk around, I like to move slowly. Yeah. Methodically.
This is a good idea on these rocks.
That's what I was getting to. Yeah. I would feel like I would navigate the rocks really appropriately. I would have
been like, wow, CJ's really appropriately walking on these rocks.
See, there's two ways to look at that, because you don't want to look you want to look cool walking on rocks. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
You don't want to look like you don't know what you're doing out there.
Yeah, you don't want to look too nervous about it because everyone else is chill.
Like, you don't want all these families talking about you.
Literally.
Because they're all ready to.
They're all ready
they already
to talk.
fought in
what
the car.
What else are they going to do?
They fought in the car all the way down. They're just trying to get that out of their system. So they see this goofball walking on rocks that can barely stand up.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? You're totally being talked about.
They need something to unite them at that point. That's you. So.
You're the common denominator.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't know. Like, you have to kind of have like a very confident, like Bear Gillis.
No, you're absolutely
like survivalist mindset.
Me and my
mountain
friends,
goat.
Absolutely right. Claw it. And so
I wouldn't do that. I think that's when they would totally start talking about you.
That's fair. Yeah, you got me there. Me and my friends, we agreed we'd do the buddy system because, like, this is kind of dangerous.
It is.
You know, with the water and stuff. So you kind of want to keep an eye on each other. So we broke into 2 groups, and and my buddy was like, she had been there before. She was like,
she knew the game plan.
She was all over these rocks, like no big deal. And I was like following behind her, like holding on, arms out in the air. Like I had 3 points of contact at all times. Like I was trying my best to not fall. And she kept looking back like, you good?
Sounds like me at 2 a.m.
So yeah, so that was my experience of the shut-ins. Was just basically frantically trying not to fall. And then of course I did fall. So what are you gonna do?
Oh, you did?
No, I did. So,
on the rocks.
On the rocks. So toward the very end of the day, you
were worried about all these kids, and you were the problem.
And I knew this. I knew this was gonna be me. Because here's the thing, CJ. I might feel like invincible, like I'm in my teens still, but I have the body of someone who's 25, and like that's not old, but that means that it's not 17.
This is the way you say I have the body of somebody that's 25, and that ain't 17. You know, like honestly, I feel that a little bit because when the storms came, my knees hurt so bad. Like it was totally due to the rain. You know,
it's hitting hard. Yeah, aging is hitting hard. No,
but that's why I walk slow. Like I'm like, who am I fooling? Like
that's
like,
so fair.
And it looks weird when you see somebody walk fast.
Yeah, right. When they're like speed walking.
Yeah, you're like, what are you doing?
But, like,
no, I'm like, what'd you just take? Like what are you
What are you running from?
What are you exactly? It makes you want to kind of take a picture just to make sure if you see him on like the news later, you're like, that's him.
That's the one.
That's the guy.
Well, that's exactly what you're afraid of on the rocks. You're like, I don't want to be that guy that gets like called out. So
exactly.
So yeah, no, I fell, and immediately my friends were looking at me with like this mixture of like, are you good? And also like, yeah, we knew she'd fall, and so they called me out. But
I'd be
I got
such
up,
a bad friend because I'd be laughing right away.
And they did. Okay. And so no worries. Then my friends laughed, and so then I get up and I look, and I'm immediately, my knee is swelling, and I'm like, wow, I'm old now. You know what I mean? Like this is exactly what I thought. Did they prop you up
on the rocks like with your leg?
Yeah, like just spread out like a Greek god.
like Weekend at Bernie style. You're Bernie just kind of hanging out there.
Yeah, no. So that was a little painful, but it was fun. So it was
Did your knee swelling go down?
It has gone down, but I'm still bruised, but I'll recover. No worries. I will survive this one. But emotionally, but the ego is really bruised more than anything.
Honestly, like especially because now those kids probably saw you fall.
Yeah, right? Those kids that are like having no problem just running around on these rocks. Little kids think they are like immortal.
Well, and, you know, they aren't. Yeah. I mean, young kids can move. Like I forgot how quick we used to be.
Yeah, that's true. They do bounce back. They're more resilient than you think they are.
Well, that's because they haven't had the fall yet. Yeah. You can always tell a kid that's had the fall.
That's true.
You know, like they've had like the experience of what hurt means. You know?
You're like that one. That one's damaged. Yeah. That's me. I'm the damaged kid. That's like still like, okay, let me not fall down. Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back and talk with Sydney some more. It's 9:35, a little bit of change, more Daily Show right after this.
Rock history hits the riverfront as multi-platinum powerhouse Puddle of Mud takes the stage. Hear fan favorites like She Hates Me and Psycho. Plus brand new tracks from their latest album. Get your tickets now, on sale through Metro Tips. Puddle of Mud, August 2nd at the Alton Amphitheater.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone, and over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car. I have a job. There's nothing holding me back anymore.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name, because there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La, 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 la,
I was just telling Sydney that that was the very depressing Friday music.
It was.
Like if it was a Tuesday or a Wednesday, I think that's totally appropriate blog talk music.
Yeah, but you kind of set me up for failure there, because you're like, let's get everyone in a bummed out mood,
Yeah.
and then we'll get into it. So
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
That's
I gotta
okay.
work twice as hard now.
So that's pretty funny. Do you have any real plans this week? Like, are you throwing out
real plans?
Yeah, because you told me last weekend you had nothing going on.
That's fair, and things just happen. I actually do have real plans.
Oh,
this
wow.
weekend, believe it or
Fill
not.
us in.
So my mom really likes the band Rainbow Kitten Surprise, and I know you're like, what does that mean? And that's fair. I don't really know much about the band, but she really wants to go. So we are going to see Rainbow Kitten Surprise tonight. So
Where are they playing?
St. Louis Music Park. So it will be good. It will be exciting.
What type of music do they play?
I don't know how to describe it. It's like chiller than you think. Like you hear the name and you're like, that's going to be hardcore, but it's like more chill than you would
I was
expect.
expecting like a party group.
Yeah, no, it's like relaxed. It's not a rave. It's very like relaxed. So I'm excited. That'll be good. And
That'll be fun
I'm
to
going
go
to
do.
the Muni to see Dear Evan Hansen, which will be fun.
That was a Mother's Day gift.
That was a mother. Wow, you pay attention. Yeah.
Everyone thinks I have a bad memory. I tell people that, but I do remember tidbit information.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
I just talk sometimes,
that's
so I
why
don't expect you to remember anything.
I feel like I'd be a great great relative.
Yeah.
You know, like a great uncle.
Yeah,
You know,
sure.
well, and I should use a different adjective so it's not like two generations. I'd be a really good great uncle.
There we go. Yeah.
I was
liked
getting
that.
really confused
You got
because,
there.
just something you think about. Like that to me is an old man thing. You're like,
you send, like, a
I remember
card, and
that.
you're like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, happy birthday.
Hope the show went well.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. You are great. You're.
And then the nephew's like, you know what? That's cool that he thought about me.
Yeah,
You know,
that's sweet. You'll be a good one when the time comes.
Yeah.
when the time comes. But yeah, so that's what
probably
I'm
won't
doing
make
this
it that
weekend. No, you got this. You got this. I believe in you.
a lot of city miles on you, Sydney.
You're gonna bounce back.
So with that being said, How hot were the rocks?
It was hot. So it was
It's
a hot
also
day.
hot down here.
It is a little hot down here. I got burned, CJ. So like I got bruised and burned is what happened at the shut-ins that day. So it was too bad, but it's okay. I've bounced back again. I'm gonna survive this one.
You know what my wake-up call was?
Let's hear it.
Before I went to Gulf Shores, man, I kept getting like really red on my skin. I'm like, what's going on? I was so pale. I was getting burned from the office lights.
No, you weren't. I don't believe you. That's fascinating.
It could have been. You know,
It could have been, yeah. Who's to say? But it's wild.
So, were your friends as energetic as you? Because it seems like you were very stoic.
Thank you. I like to think I'm stoic.
Okay, very reserved on the rocks. Were
Yeah,
they?
you gotta be safe.
So were they more of go-getters?
Yeah, they were.
Both groups.
Shout out to my friends that did not leave me behind, but were definitely a little bit more like, okay, come on, let's actually enjoy the rocks.
Did they throw you off the cliff or anything?
They did not. They were like, okay, we're gonna go jump off this cliff, and I was like, oh, I don't know, guys, and they were like, okay, like pull it together. It's time to go jump off the cliff. So
Yeah.
we went and we climbed the rock and we jumped in. I will say, so there was like, you got up there and then you saw like the rocks hiding under the water.
Oh, that's
and
scary.
you're like, ooh, this
Yeah.
is a little nerve wracking. And you're like, you got to jump out. You got to clear them, you know? So it was a little bit like, I don't know if I have the skills to do this.
Why
but
wouldn't they just get rid of those rocks?
that's a hot take.
You know, like, you got thousands of people that
Yeah.
are jumping into this thing. And, you
That's
know,
very true.
like, wouldn't you just, like, shave them down or, like, do something like, I guess you can't because it's a state park. But my point is, you know, that's a little bit of a hazard.
Well, to your point, too, like, the whole park was, like, a total hazard. Like, it was really fun. Don't get me wrong. I had a really good time. But, like, I was just like, wow, we didn't even sign a waiver. And, like, imagine, I know you're going to sue the state. I don't know what you're going to do. But, like, it just was, like, nerve-wracking because surely people get really injured there. But fortunately, we did not. We did clear the rocks when we jumped, so that's good. And
That's cool.
So I survived. I'm here to tell the tale.
Are you a far jumper?
Apparently.
Wow.
Apparently, I could long jump. So
You got a new skill.
Yeah, what do you know? I was kind of like, I don't know if I'm gonna clear these, but you know, again, I feel like I'm 17.
How big is the jump?
What do you mean?
Like height-wise?
Okay, so it's not like it could be higher, you know.
Okay.
Like, it wasn't like insane, but like
10 feet?
Sure. Yeah, it was like
20 feet? Like, is it bit taller than 10 feet?
No, let's say 10 feet, like 10 to 15 feet. So nothing like
Okay.
insane, but like a little bit where it's like,
Are there
okay,
any
this is gonna
taller
be
ones?
fun. Yeah, you could go higher.
Okay.
You could go higher.
What's the highest you could go, do you think?
The highest I saw was probably like 30 feet up. So
Oh, see,
that was
I would
pretty
totally
good.
cannonball that one.
Yeah, and people did. You could do it. You
No
should
kidding?
go.
Were they really
Yeah.
cannonballing that high up?
You should totally go.
Bet that hurt to walk.
It was, yeah.
Ow.
But yeah, no, so I made the jump and I survived, but it literally wasn't until I was like midair where I was like, oh, it's going to be okay. But when I was like up to the point where I was midair, I was like, this might end badly. So you just have
might
to take
end.
the risk. It might end.
The shut-ins give and they take.
They really do.
See, that should be on the sign. I think that's you should send that to them.
I'll be their marketing person from now on. Johnson Shut-ins give and
You
take.
have your new on LinkedIn. It's going to say part-time marketing
There we
coordinator.
go for Johnson Shut-in
Now,
State Park.
how many state parks have you been to?
Oh, that's an interesting question. I don't know. A few.
You've been to the big ones,
Maybe. What would
like
you
the
consider
Yellowstones
big
of
one?
the country.
Oh, no. You mean the national parks? No, I've
Oh,
never been
duh.
to, like,
That's kind of on me.
No,
that makes sense.
You're good.
Yeah,
no,
I
I've
said
been
state
to,
parks.
I've been to what's the one in Tennessee? Is that the Smoky Mountains or the Rocky Mountains?
The Smoky Mountains,
Okay,
Sydney.
thank you.
Oh God.
Oh God, I didn't
Yeah.
ace geography.
We could have
but-
turned the microphones off for a
Yeah,
second.
it would have been better. No one attack me. But yeah, no. So I've been to that, and when I went to California a couple months ago, I went and saw Joshua Tree National Park.
Oh, that
which
would have
was
been
beautiful.
cool. Yeah, you told me
Yeah.
about that.
I had no idea, and I don't really know what the Joshua Tree is. Like, I didn't do
It's a
much
type of
research.
tree. We
Thank
already
you.
went over this.
Yes, you're right. You're so right. But it was just fascinating, and the desert was beautiful, and it was. I mean, so definitely going to these parks. I mean, even the state parks. Like,
I wouldn't
they're
go
just
this week.
beautiful.
I wouldn't go this
No,
week. It's
how
going to be
much?
101 degrees on tomorrow,
I
and
don't have that in
102
me.
Sunday.
I'm not that strong.
But
of
it's a dry
person.
heat.
Well, that's better. That's better. But I am not that strong of a person. I got burned at the state park at the Johnson Shut-ins. I could not go to the desert.
Well, you
right
know,
now.
I'm going to Dustin on Friday.
Oh, you are, aren't
Yeah.
you? That's gonna be fun.
Not today, because
Yes.
today's Friday. I'm going next Friday.
Yes, that's gonna be
Well,
really
technically,
fun. How long are you gonna be gone?
Just a weekend.
That'll be really fun.
Gonna take a weekend and just go relax.
Yeah, what are you
Gonna
gonna
pull
do?
a snooki. Where's the beach?
And that's all you need. It's just the beach and like maybe a cocktail, and you'll be good to go.
Not
like
a
frozen.
Not
okay,
a. That is going to be plurals.
There we go.
Probably units.
I haven't been.
There's probably a new unit of measurement they're going to need for this weekend
That
coming
really
up.
good.
I'm excited. I'm really excited to get out in the sun. We're going to have a good time. And
Absolutely. That sounds really nice.
Might
Get
play a round
yourself,
of
like,
golf.
That'll be good. Like a margarita or like a what's it called? Pina colada.
Yeah,
Tropical.
or 14 shots of Rumpelmilk.
Yeah,
and
something
call it
like
a day.
that.
No, I'm just
Something
kidding.
like that.
No, I'm a big mojito person when I'm out in
Really?
the heat. Yeah, it's a refreshing drink when you're out in the sun.
That's fair. I like me a frozen drink. As you know, by the time that we all went out together and I got a frozen daiquiri that was like
That's
huge
true.
with whipped cream on top. Yeah, I'm like a child. But no, it's really good.
Was that the Christmas party?
I don't remember.
Because
It was-
there was one party I was drinking pretty good at.
You did pretty good. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
I was slacking, I think. So
I always
what are you
take
gonna
those
do?
as competitions. Like
Yeah,
I don't
and
even
you
care if
do
anyone
good. You
talks about
compete
it.
well, yeah.
Mike and I are gonna try, you know.
You guys do a good job
Thank you
together.
very
but no,
much.
I just
Thank
enjoy
you.
myself a daiquiri. But anyway, yeah, so I went
So
to
when
the park.
did the decision get made you were going to the state park? Because
So-
you told me, and we did a show later
right.
in the week last week.
You're right.
The segment that no, we aren't doing nothing. And I don't care. You know, we didn't have plans or anything. I was just I don't like being just for
I
anyone that's
canceled on
curious.
CJ.
No, I just don't like being
Lied to.
Yeah.
That's fair. I did lie to you. I'm sorry about that. No, it was probably like, so we had this conversation, then probably an hour later, someone texted in the group chat and was like,
Oh,
hey, do we want to
it
go
was
to the
that
Johnson
quick.
Shut-ins? It was that quick. And we were like, and I was like, well, I'm not doing anything and I've never been before, so sign me up. So we went and it was a very last minute decision, but I gotta say, last minute plans, spontaneous plans, that's where I thrive. I
Do
don't
you
like
really?
going too far ahead in advance.
You know what? I agree with you.
Yeah.
Because the moment I know of something in advance, I start dreading the event, even if it's a
Really?
good
Even
one.
if it's fun? Yeah.
Well, like, and I shouldn't say dread, but I'm like, oh, okay, I got this today, you know, or I
Yeah.
got this next week, and then the
got a
day
task.
comes and it's like, shoot, I got to wait until 2:00 until I can go do this thing.
Yeah,
So
right.
it's like, what
'Cause
am I
you're
going to
like-
do?
You're just amped up about it in like a good way sometimes.
Kind
but,
of,
like, you know,
kind of,
Yeah.
because I work I'm like, oh my gosh, how do I keep myself busy until then, you know? And then I'm in a glass case of emotion.
that's oh damn. Again, you're coming out with the poetry today. But yeah, that's how I feel right now. I'm going to see Rainbow Kitten Surprise tonight, and I'm like, I gotta go. What am I doing for the next 8 hours? Like working, but then I gotta go see Rainbow Kitten Surprise. So I'm pumped.
Question for you.
Yeah, let's hear it.
When does the day start speeding up for you at work?
Interesting point. I don't know. So I think the morning goes by pretty fast usually.
I agree.
And then like usually around like 1 to like 3 p.m. I'm like, oh, this is a day.
Yeah, that's 1,000% accurate,
Yeah.
I think. I guess I was thinking about that earlier. I'm like, you know, like the morning's kind of like a flash in the pan.
It
It's
really
like,
goes fast.
yeah, I think it's because a lot of us are still tired. So it's
Yeah.
like we're still half asleep
Half
and then
zombie
we wake up.
typing my stories, yeah.
And then, you know, I'm rambling into this thing and then boom, by 1, it's like, okay, we're here.
Yeah, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm fully awake now. The coffee is really hit and I'm like ready to go. And that's probably when I'm more productive, but it's also the time where I'm like, oh my goodness. Like I want to open a window or something, get some fresh air, you know?
Right.
You feel me? Yeah.
Well, I hope you have fun at your concert tonight.
In conclusion, thank you.
Any good stories you're working on?
Well, I just wrote a story. This was pretty cool. This was about the difference between calling 911 and 988.
Oh.
I think a lot of people, you know, we say all the time, if you need it, call 988. And a lot of folks are like, well, okay, cool, but what happens when you call? And it's really intimidating to make that call, right? So
Because you don't know the process.
You don't know the process. You don't know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people get nervous that 911 is going to get involved anyway. And so I had a great conversation with Megan Tyler with Sacred Spaces of Care, and we talked about what actually does happen when you call 988. And you can see that article and hear that it's actually not as intimidating as you think, and it's a great resource. So that's good. And on top of that, what else am I working on? Whatever else comes up. I'll be at the Godfrey Dog Park opening tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. If you see me, come say hi. So that'll be fun.
Right. And then that's fresh after the concert.
That's fresh on the heels of Rainbow Kitten Surprise.
I think it's going to be fun. Like, it sounds like a good show.
Yeah,
And
I think it's
the
gonna be
music park's really nice.
I really like that area,
Yeah.
or like the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. That whole area there is like really nice.
Are they a newer band? Do you know? Or have they been around for a
I
while?
think they've been around for a while. I don't know.
I'm actually
I don't really know
intrigued
much.
by
I'm just
them
kind of
now.
coming to the show. So, and same with Dear Evan Hansen at the Muni. I do know that show pretty well. But
What's it about?
So it's about suicide. So
Oh.
it's kind of dark, but it's really good. It's a really good story about
Oh,
like.
wow. They've been
mental-
around for a
Yeah.
while. They've been active since 2013.
Yeah, look at them go. So Rainbow Kitten Surprise. So look at that. That's
Good
gonna
for
be
them.
Good. So yeah. Yeah, so we got some fun things. A little bit of a bummer with the Dear Evan Hansen story, but it's going to be fun too. We love a story.
Well, it's a good thing to do. Yeah, just to, kind of be out and see really good productions. I think that's always great.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm just going to talk for a second because we're just sitting here. But I actually went and saw Dear Evan Hansen on Tuesday at the Muni too.
Okay.
So I'm going twice this week to go see it, which is kind of a long story.
Can I ask why?
Yeah, so basically I bought the tickets for Saturday for my mom for Mother's Day, and then she was like, I actually can't go on Saturday. Can you refund them? And I was like, nope. So we're going to go twice. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun. And it was a beautiful show on Tuesday, and it's going to be a beautiful show tomorrow, and I can't wait. It's going to be a good time.
Wow, you're committed to the gift.
I really like musicals and theater. So low key, she was like, I can't go on Saturday. Can we go a different day? And I was like, not only is that totally fine, Mom, but I get to go 2 times now and I'm pumped about it. So it's going to be fun. I just love the Muni. I love shows like this. So I try to go to a lot of things. So it'll be fun.
That is cool.
Yeah. Thanks.
What time do you get back from those shows? Like, because that seems like a musical is a longer deal.
Yeah. So the show with intermission, it runs about 2 hours and 42 minutes.
Wow.
And the show starts at 8:15 at night.
Oh, wow.
So I got home. Yeah. On Tuesday night, I got home around midnight and went to bed around 1 a.m. on Wednesday morning and then came here. And I didn't even complain about it because I'm very strong. So be impressed by me.
I complain about it. I didn't go anywhere. I just complained.
No, and I respect that. Like, I love to complain as well, but I just want it to be known that I just didn't complain this one time. So I just, be impressed.
Congratulations. I would be more impressed if you did.
Well, and no worries. I'll continue to complain.
I always
about
like to act like a martyr,
speaking.
where I come in and I'm like, I was so tired today. I did all this, and now here I am,
I'm still
ready
here.
to give it my all,
No worries, CJ.
That's
I will
right.
complain to you for the future if desired. So I got you.
Sydney.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you. It's been fun.
9:52. Hey, you have a couple of more hours to get tickets for Puddle of Mud, which is this Saturday. It's going to be a beautiful night for a concert, especially on the riverfront. That'll be nice, on the water, and really it's going to be cool. Wes Scantlin joined me a couple of weeks back and filled us in on how excited he was, and the band was to be playing in Alton, and Cavo is going to be playing. Cavo?
That's going to be really fun.
It is. They're really good, and it's going to be a great show. You can get tickets still if you didn't win those ticket giveaways on RiverBender.com. At MetroTix.com, they're really affordable. Get some VIP and make sure that you're experiencing that VIP tent, VIP parking. Plus, you get access to all those great drink options, and you get to listen to a great band. She might hate you, but we won't if you go to the show on Saturday. Get your tickets now at MetroTix.com. We'll take a quick break and come back with more next.